Hello and welcome to Home Studies e-learning for First. In this lesson we are going to look at phrasal verbs. Now as you know there are lots of phrasal verbs and don't worry, we're not going to go through every phrasal verb because it would take a long time. All we're going to do is have a look at the most commonly used phrasal verbs that tend to come up in the first exam. And we're just going to give you the most common meaning of those phrasal verbs. Now, remember, a phrasal verb is a verb plus a particle. Now, the particle can either be a preposition or an adverb. So we're going to focus on different verbs, first of all, and then we're going to show you some more phrasal verbs that might potentially come up in the first exam. First of all, let's have a look at the verb put. So let's have a look at some phrasal verbs using the verb put. So, put up with, to tolerate, put together, to assemble, put up, to raise something, put on, to dress or to gain weight, put off, to postpone, put down, to insult someone or to place an object on a surface, put aside, to save something for later, and put out, to extinguish. Let's have a look at some of these in some sentences. The tennis match was put off for another week because of the bad weather. The firefighters put out the fire. So the firefighters extinguished the fire. Now remember this phrasal verb. It's not turn out the fire, put off the fire, it's always put out the fire when we're talking about extinguishing a fire. I really want to put the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle together, so to assemble. They have been married for 40 years. I don't know how she puts up with him. She deserves a medal. And finally, I have put on a lot of weight recently. It's all the chocolate and donuts that I have been eating. Now let's focus on the verb take. Take after means to resemble, and this can mean to resemble either personality or physical appearance. Take on means to hire or to employ. Take in, to absorb or comprehend. Take aside, to talk to someone in private. Take up, to start something, usually a hobby. Take off, to remove a piece of clothing or to leave the ground, for example, a flight. Take to develop an ability for something, and take over means to gain control. Let's have a look at some examples. I am very stubborn like my father. I definitely take after him. So here we're talking about you have a similar personality. After careful consideration, we decided to take on the person with the most experience. So that gentleman there has been hired, he's been employed by the company. I started playing tennis 2 months ago and I have really taken to it. So this means that you have an ability to play the sport really well. Now let's focus on the verb turn. Turn back means to return. Turn into, to be made from one thing into another. Turn on, switch on. Turn off, switch off. Turn out, end result. Turn over, to flip something. Turn to ask someone for help or support. Turn down, to reject. And turn up, to increase or to arrive somewhere. The holiday turned out to be a disaster. We turned up to the birthday party on time, so you arrived to the party on time. Unfortunately, my application to the police was turned down, so it was rejected, so you need to start looking for another job. And always remember to turn over the page to check if there are more questions. And this is a good piece of advice to all of you who are going to be taking your exam. So make sure you turn over the page just to be sure and just to check there are no more questions. Now let's have a look at the verb get. Now, get away with, to escape blame or punishment, or to avoid capture. Get round to do something eventually. Get through, to overcome. Get together, to meet socially. Get over, to forget and move on. And get on with means to have a good relationship with somebody. Okay, let's have a look at some examples. I get on with my parents really well. It took William a long time to get over losing his job. All my friends are getting together next month to celebrate our 10-year graduation anniversary. So the friends are meeting up socially, and the jewellery thieves got away with the diamonds, so they avoided being captured by the police. Let's now focus our attention on the verb come. Okay, so come across means to find something by accident. Come down with means to feel ill. Come on means to encourage someone. Come round to regain consciousness or to visit someone's home. Come to means to amount to the total of something, and come up with means to think of an idea. Stephen has come up with a bright idea. He should be an inventor. I came across a lovely village while I was driving through the countryside. So here it's unexpected. You found that lovely village by accident. I think I'm coming down with the flu, so you're starting to feel ill. It took Sandra 20 minutes after her operation to come round. What time are you coming round to mine for our girls' night in? So what time are you coming to my house to visit me? Now let's focus our attention on the verb break. Break down, to fail or to cease to function. Break in, to enter somewhere by force. Break out, to escape by force. And finally, break up, to end a relationship. Okay, here are some examples. The car broke down on the motorway. Our home was broken into while we were at the theatre. The prisoner managed to break out of his cell. And finally, we decided to break up as we were always arguing. Now remember that when you use phrasal verbs, you have to put them into the right tense. Having fun? Would you like some more? I think you've just said yes. Okay, let's have a look at some more. Bring up, to raise a child. Call off, to cancel. Carry on or keep on means to continue. Give up, to stop. Grow up, from child to adult. Hold on, to wait. Set off, to start a journey, to leave. Okay, let's have a look at these examples. I was born in Scotland, but I was brought up in England. He decided to call off the wedding. Okay, so the wedding has been cancelled and there is the devastated bride. My deadline is tomorrow. I am really tired, but I need to carry on writing my assignment, or you could use I need to keep on writing my assignment. I am going to give up eating chocolate for a month. A month is definitely long enough. Just hold on a minute. I will go and get him for you, so just wait. And what time are we setting off on our holiday? So what time are we leaving? Look forward to be excited about something that is going to happen in the future. So I think you're looking forward to the end of this lesson. Throw away or throw out, to dispose of something that you no longer want or need. Keep up with, to go as fast as someone or something, so to be at the same place. Pass out, to collapse. Throw up, to vomit, not nice at all. Bump into, to see somebody unexpectedly. Burst into, usually we use this with tears, so burst into tears, that means to start crying. Hang out, to spend time with someone, and sign up means to join something. Here are some examples. I am really looking forward to Celia's birthday party at the weekend. My jumper has holes in it. I need to throw it away. I feel lightheaded. I think I am going to pass out or collapse. I bumped into an old school friend yesterday. I haven't seen her for over 2 decades. So when you bump into someone, you're not expecting it. It's a complete surprise. The end of the film was very emotional. I burst into tears. So hopefully you had a lot of tissues with you. And I have never tried yoga before. I would like to sign up to the lessons at my local gym. So sign up means to join. Okay, let's have a look at these. Look after, to take care of someone or something. Look up to admire. Let down, to disappoint. Find out, to discover. Tell off, to shout at somebody when they have done something wrong. Set up, to create something. And give back, to return something. Here are some examples. I need to look after my niece this afternoon. Violet has done lots of things to raise money for charity. I really look up to her, so you admire her. My English teacher told me off for spelling words incorrectly. Make sure you spell those words correctly. I think that I should set up my own school. So you're going to create a business, you're going to start a business or a company or an organisation. My best friend let me down at the weekend. We were supposed to go out, but she made other plans. Go out with, to date someone. Fall for, to fall in love with someone. Split up with, to end a relationship. Fall out, to stop being friends with someone due to an argument. Run out of, to use something up. Sort out, to organise. Get out, to leave. Give out or hand out means to distribute. Look up means to research. And cheer up means to make someone feel happier about something. I fell out with my best friend because we had an argument. We ran out of petrol on our way to the airport. Make sure you fill your tank up. Make sure that you have enough petrol to get to the airport. You don't want to miss your flight and miss your holiday. I need to sort out my diary, so I need to organise it. They were giving out free samples of shampoo in the local shopping centre. Excellent. So therefore, you won't need to buy any shampoo because they're giving out free samples of it. Let's have a look at these ones. Catch up with, to meet up with someone after a long period of time. Cut down, to reduce the amount of something you use or consume. Cut out, to remove something. Deal with, to solve a problem or to handle something. Do up, to fasten something. Do without, to live or work without someone or something. Go off, to explode, or it can also mean when food or drink goes bad. Look into, to investigate. Look out, to be vigilant or careful. Pass away, to die. Pick up, to lift something or to collect a passenger from somewhere. And pull over, to turn off a road and stop, usually talking about a car. Here are some examples. I really need to cut sugar out of my diet, and this is true for me, but I find it very, very difficult to do so because I have a sweet tooth. The police are looking into the incident, so they are investigating. My cat passed away at the weekend. On the 5th of November, lots of fireworks will be going off. The milk smells horrible. I think it has gone off. I really need to deal with the situation before it gets worse. And finally, let's have a look at these. Run away, to flee by running. Send off, to send something. Stick to not change, to restrict or limit. Stop over, to stop somewhere for a period of time when on a long journey. And work out means to calculate something. Here are the examples. The attacker was seen running away down a side street. Let's stick to the original plan and meet up on Saturday at 1 p.m. We are stopping over in Singapore on the way to Australia. And finally, I need to work out how much I can spend on Christmas presents this year. Okay, here are 6 pictures, and you've already seen these pictures during this presentation. Now, you've got 45 seconds to look at the pictures and think of the phrasal verb that best describes these pictures. 45 seconds, you may begin. Okay, that's it, time's up. Let's have a look at the answers. So, go off, fireworks to explode. Sign up, you're going to sign up to a yoga class, you're going to join the yoga class. Remember the devastated bride? The groom called off the wedding, so he cancelled it. Put out, the firefighters extinguished the fire, they put out the fire. The teacher told off, so tell off the student because she spelt the words wrong. And finally, break out. The prisoner broke out of his cell. So, well done. Hopefully you've learned some new phrasal verbs. You didn't give up, you carried on, and hopefully you've learned something new. Now it's test time. Good luck.